This is the Shiny Floor Tour. Now, the celebration tour continues. The celebration tour continues. It was difficult and it was challenging to endure. Being stuck around people that I was stuck around in Hillbillyville. A bunch of drug addicts, a bunch of ignorant, low education people with bad, poor manners and bad and hugely bad lifestyle choices. I had to endure them for a while and for a particular purpose, just to show people that even with low-ended, low-wage job, you can still do something with it. And now, ironically, for every month that I tolerated being around them people, I'm gonna take at least 1 week vacation. Because and now I'm back in the gym. Curl some weights. And that's the book that I'm currently reading. I took the cover off because I damaged the first one, Monsters. And so this is In the Pursuit of Art. It's a person that takes pictures of art and describes it, and he travels to different places to do it. And so that looks like to be the theme. And I think that's noble in itself. Now let me see what I'm gonna do here. Let me do this right here. And I'm gonna do the same things. Same thing. That means very like this $2. Now instead of turning them, I'm gonna keep doing it this way. Whoa. Can't do that. Scratch these glasses. I have another pair in the luggage. Same time. Now, was one hand. rest of work, and then I'm gonna transition to reading the book and drinking some water there. But before that, I'm gonna wet my hair so it looks a little bit more cool. I put my hand on the lower rib cage just because to suck it in. I think that's a better technique as opposed to just poking it up. I learned that physical rehabilitation from after the accident, and that's probably why I also do my weights because it's easier than that. Look at that, look at that. Look at that handsome head of hair on me, man. Let me turn it to the side a little bit. Look at that handsome head of hair. Look at that. The girl said, yo, this is the chip magnet right here. This is chip black. It's thick. I remember this black girl in my hometown. She's like, I feel uncomfortable after like 40 times when you just, I asked her to bend over. She's like, okay. I benched after a while. I saw her being like, okay. And then one day she said, I feel uncomfortable. And so it's like, I knew exactly what it was. We went for missionary. She was happy. And then afterwards, after she finished the thing, she's combing my hair the whole time. And I just couldn't even focus. I just focused down. It's like, man, that thing looks so pretty. Look at that. It's like artwork. It's like penetration. And she would just comb my hair, put her hands through it. This is the chick magnet right there. You gotta get yourself one of these. These things. Your Puerto Rican mother and a Peruvian father. And your father would have to have balls like this big, because that's how my balls are. And that's how you get a head full of jet black hair. So I'm gonna end this and I'm just gonna sit down and read. Sit down and read. No, it's not. Sit down inside here. So I'll go over some of this. There's not much to take notes on. I'll show you some of my note taking. Let me put on my reading glasses. My reading deteriorated significantly over the last 24 months. Let me see. So I would circle things if I don't know what the term means, and then I would put 2 question marks in Spanish style. And it says sort of brown combustible sedimentary rock formed from naturally compressed peat, as in peat moss, and so that's what that is. And over here, lorries, I didn't know what that is, so I looked it up, and it says a large truck for transporting goods or troops. And that's how your vocabulary increases and stuff like that. I see this is the symbol of the 2 question marks. I would circle something and I'll put the 2 question marks in the Spanish style. One in the beginning, one in the end. Which makes sense in Spanish to have it that way, because that lets you know to approach that statement as a question. And when I say statement, I mean it in the grammatical thing. A statement could be a question statement. It could be an actual statement as we know it in Western civilization. Different things. Okay. And so I'll put when I finish reading it. Equable young man is not easily irritated or steady. That was the taxi driver that they had when they went to go see this site. This is, I think, in Romania. And then I also learned geography. So Targu, like I guess it's almost like jiu-jitsu. Targu, that's in Romania. And Romania is actually one of the countries that does neighbor Ukraine. So once I saw that, I was like, let me look it up. And I was like, oh, it would take me 12 hours to drive from Odessa, Ukraine to there. And so that's how your knowledge expands, and then you learn cities and stuff like that. Okay. Let me get going.